Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DrewCast, episode 137. I'm your host, Mellow15. And joining me, the disembodied but very well-bodied voice,
Hey, yo.
my guy Sam, bro.
Hey, yo. How's it going, yo?
Hey man, so we did a little day drinking before this.
Yeah, we did.
And by a little, I mean a good amount.
We're feeling good, bro.
And I'm not an IPA guy, but this guy brought over IPAs, and I'm gonna admit to you guys on camera for the first time in my entire life, RPAs are good. I mean, RPA. IPAs are so good.
Dang, is this guy ready to pod?
I'm ready to pod, dog. In my best Louise, IPAs are so good. So yesterday, right? So yesterday, we watched the Super Bowl together, and
there was a lot of day drinking there, too.
Yeah, a lot of day drinking there. And it was just me and you, actually, because no one else drank. So I felt really bad because I felt like an alcoholic. Like no one else. I was like this. No one else wants to be? What's going on?
We have a bunch of youngins that we work with, you know?
Yeah, we have young bulls as friends, bro.
Yeah, they're all like, we don't drink.
And I used to be that way, too, man. I used to be like, I don't drink, I don't. And then I grew up and life hit me hard. And
that's facts, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to drink because, like, in my family, we have a lot of alcoholics. And I never wanted to be a drinker, but then I was like, hey, someone has to carry on the legacy.
Exactly. Someone's got to keep it alive.
Someone in this family has to die from this shit.
That will really send the message. Create a legacy.
Yeah, bro. Like, honestly, why stop the legacy?
Exactly.
We don't need to stop.
No.
We just keep going.
Exactly.
But
never stop.
The ads. So there was an ad, right? And my favorite ad from the Super Bowls, you would think that it might have been the Deadpool trailer, which we're going to talk about later, right? It might have been. But it wasn't the Deadpool trailer for me. It was the Jesus commercials. Now, when me and Sam first saw it, we didn't know what the hell was happening during that commercial.
Just washing feet, bro.
Yeah, and I thought, hey, since Paramount Plus does a lot of Nickelodeon stuff, is this Dan Schneider trying to send us a message, right? Is Dan Schneider trying to... Because he had Nickelodeon had the foot symbol, and Dan Schneider was known for showing his feet or liking feet stuff. And then because the commercial would be like an old black guy washing an old white guy's foot. It would show like a young black girl and an older white guy washing each other's feet, and a cop and all this stuff. And then it ended up being a Jesus ad, and Braden called it.
Yeah.
Braden, this is your second name drop, by the way. So
yeah, two in a row.
Yeah,
that's
bro, two in a row. Bro. He's
bro.
probably
Let's see if the streak keeps going.
Yeah, because next week we're gonna have
to we need a counter.
Yeah, the Braden counter. Yeah, the Braden counter would be fired, dude. Every time we mention his name,
we'll talk to him and see if he approves.
But the thing is,
we'll do it regardless.
Yeah, we'll do it regardless, Braden. But he called it. It was gonna be a religious ad, and it was a religious ad. And then I started saying, and then you brought up the fact that they were kind of, and that once the second commercial hit, they were trying to make this whole Jesus commercial thing like a brand.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, and then an idea hit me. Jesus is a brand.
Yeah, I mean, it always has been.
But it should be like a legit brand. Like, you know how there's like AT&T?
Yeah.
There should be like Jesus Cellular.
Who profits, though?
Unlimited data and texting and calling.
And worldwide shipping.
Or like Jesus rental insurance. Don't let your apartment.
They just do everything, bro.
Huh?
They do everything, bro. That they podcast,
Yeah, bro. Like, why hasn't someone done Jesus insurance?
Dude, he's trademarked, bro. I think he's got to be trademarked by someone.
And you brought up a good point. Who paid for those commercials? Because Jesus sure as hell didn't pay for that.
Right.
And are we letting Jesus do free commercials in the Super Bowl? Why not?
Like, do they be like, give him the God discount?
Give him the God discount, bro.
Dude, that's Jesus right there. Give him 90% off, bro. Like, he only got to pay 10%.
Jesus has his own water brand, like Jesus water. The type of water that's so wet
it's very uplifting.
Water.
It's uplifting.
That's uplifting water. Jesus water, the type of water that could make you walk on water. Yeah, bro. Come on. We need Jesus stuff. I didn't show you this before filming, and I'm so mad, but I made my own Jesus Yu-Gi-Oh card, and I'm gonna put it up right here.
Okay.
And it's like, because what, like, if you're making a Jesus brand, right? Like, this commercial showed us that this could be a very good brand, not Jesus himself, but the brand. You need white Jesus, bro. White Jesus is the perfect face for this brand.
I agree.
It's not a biblical accurate Jesus, because Jesus wouldn't have been white. But if we're making a brand, this is the Jesus we need, bro. Representing the Jesus brand.
Exactly.
Jesus Cellular.
You
Unlimited.
Get, we have the new AG network sponsored by God.
5G in all areas.
AG in all areas, bro.
You know, bro, I hate when, like, me at work sometimes, me and you have told people, like, hey, and I won't get too far into this because I know how sensitive people are, but people have been like, hey, when I'm like, hey, you're telling me right now that Jesus didn't have girlfriends or Jesus didn't like, he didn't like booty. You're going to tell me you didn't like booty, right? And then people are like, hey, bro, you shouldn't say that. Why shouldn't I say that? Why shouldn't I say that?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's sensitivity at its finest. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But if you were the investor, Sam, behind the Jesus brand, what are we making, bro? Water,
I'm
cellular
making
service,
a drama show. That's the first thing I'm making, bro.
like a Bad Girls type club show.
No, like Game of Thrones, God's story. Like dude, I'm making a Bible show, bro.
From the Jesus story.
Dude, just write the Bible as an HBO show, bro.
Make it like so like, is it going to be accurate to the Bible, or we're just adding in shit that doesn't belong?
Dude, just add all the drama, bro.
Yeah,
Just
because
hella
Jesus
drama,
had a lot
bro.
of
Hella titties, you know.
why not? If we're
Dude,
created in their image, I want to see titties, bro, and God wants to see titties too, bro.
Dude, he made them, bro.
You know, another good point to bring up is during the Super Bowl, there's like a lot of like satanic devil symbols throughout Hollywood, which boo, right? Boo, everybody boo. But it was kind of refreshing to see like a religious commercial, right? Like, because you don't really see that. And I was actually really like appreciative of like, hey, we need more Jesus stuff, right? And like the brand itself, let's get some bubble gum. Jesus bubble gum? Big cross, you can't double cross me. Imagine like you can literally brand Jesus into any aspect of life, like
Dude, a burger chain.
a burger chain, and maybe an Airbnb. Like don't like the double cross.
Dude, a hotel in Vegas, bro. I'm making a Jesus hotel in Vegas, bro. People, dude,
I would sleep there.
dude, they just put it above Caesar's Palace, bro. Like it's a floating building, bro. I swear they have the eyeball already in Vegas. They could do this.
And again, guys, we're not talking about biblical accurate Jesus. We're talking about straight white Jesus.
Lit Jesus.
Yeah, like Portland Jesus.
Exactly.
Like IPA drinking Jesus. Right? Like our Jesus drinks IPAs and it looks like a surfer from California, not the biblical. Because that's not going to get our brand anywhere. Like our brand needs to be straight up. Like, but I had mentioned earlier people get really like offended when you say anything about this guy that's not like whatever. And it's kind of funny thinking like me and you especially, we grew up in our generation grew up in like the South Park, Family Guy generation. So like why are we always so offended, bro? Why do you think that is? Like our generation especially is just offended by everything.
I think a lot of it has to go back to like social media, bro. Like if you think about like the amount of pressure social media puts on people, like and like if you get told by someone that you're weak, back in the day you would just go fight them, right?
Yeah.
Now social media is there. So like the first thing is like what do other people think about me, you know? So people immediately go to that. You know, like what do these other people think about me? Back in the day, it's just I'm gonna go defend my honor. You said something mean to me, so
I'm gonna fight your ass, man.
9 p.m. We ringing the bell. First to draw died.
It's not like that anymore with the Vision Pro kids and the iPad kids. Like they're just like typing away. Trump's bad. Trump mean.
And then they hear a real life conversation, bro, and it's just like, whoa, that's too far, and they hear like people just trying to have fun and like have a good time and have a like real conversation, and they're like, whoa, I can't believe you took it that far. You said this, that, the third. It's just like,
The generation that came from South Park is definitely one of the weakest and it sucks because you know what I mean. Like I think Jesus would appreciate the jokes we said, like Jesus Cellular, or Jesus Beer, like Jesus IPA. Don't double cross your homies. You know, like, or I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like Jesus wouldn't mind the jokes. And I'm saying that from like the bottom of my heart. The Holy Spirit speaking to me right now. I don't think Jesus would care, bro. Like as much as you guys claim he would, man. Especially white Jesus. He's not gonna care. He had jokes. Yeah, he's like it's just a
we
fucking
didn't
joke.
have these jokes in my time.
Jesus is like, not in my house, not in here.
I spilled too much blood for this.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but my Jesus loves comedy. My Jesus loves jokes. He loves satire.
Dude,
you know what I mean? This guy's walking on water, and you're telling me he wasn't winking at anybody?
dude, this guy thought Draymond is hilarious, bro. He would laugh at what Draymond Green does on a night-to-night basis.
And we need that type of Jesus.
Exactly.
Like a serious, like a 24/7 serious Jesus. I'm not.
Like a LeBron super fan type thing.
I gotta fall back.
It's like, bro, chill.
You know what I mean? Who do you think? So if Jesus, like, if you could talk to him, is he saying Michael Jordan's the GOAT or LeBron's the GOAT? What do you think?
I think he knows all, at the end of the day. So
he knows LeBron's the GOAT then.
That Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
He wouldn't say
obviously, like it's not close if you ask me.
I think Jesus would probably, yeah, you're right. He'd probably choose Michael Jordan. He was the one to get canceled on Twitter, so.
Exactly. And he doesn't want to deal with TikTok, NBA TikTok, bro. We were talking about it. It's super cringe.
Like if Jesus was on Twitter, you had actually mentioned this to me earlier today, but if Jesus was on Twitter, what would he think of this world, bro? Like, would he be able to like?
Dude, would he be in? Dude, imagine Jesus in your comments, bro.
That'd be crazy. Like, hey, brother, do better. And like you have to like you can't talk shit and troll, right? So you're like, hey, Jesus is right. We kind of have to do better. So we kind of Jesus. It's Jesus. What are you talking? What you do? Yeah, but you guys, I would say comment below and you guys tell me what you think of what we're talking about. But white Jesus is.
I'm pre-apologizing right here.
Yeah, he's yes, thank you, Sam, because we're gonna need it, bro. We might be going to hell after this, bro. So. And I'm not going to go to hell because Jesus would be able to tell that this is satire. And Jesus would be like, and if we can get Jesus on the pod, these guys would have nothing to say. Like you guys commenting that we're like being over the top.
Dude, Bobby Altoff, get out the way.
Yeah, because if she can get Drake, we can get Jesus, bro. If Bobby can get Drake, we can get Jesus. White Jesus is sitting right there, and we're going to ask him the hard questions.
We'll get a camera for him. Not for me, though.
Jesus, who are you voting for in 2024? Biden or Trump? And he's like, I plead the fifth.
Dude, his manager is going to have some crazy restrictions, bro.
Yeah, Jesus' manager, which would be his dad, God. And he's like, you guys can't ask him about Trump. You guys can't ask him about COVID. You can't ask him about who the GOAT is between Michael and Jordan and LeBron. You cannot,
No, if he's not going to answer that, I don't want him here. I need the hard-hitting questions, bro.
The hard hitter.
Yep.
Last week, Sam, you had brought up the whole iPhone Android debate, which made me want to hide my iPhone because I was like, hey, if this guy,
you have what, an SE?
Yeah, no, I have an XR.
XR.
But it might as well be an SE because of how you trashed it last week.
No. So I didn't trash you. I trashed. So there's a large percentage of iPhone users who or Apple users, I would say. I wouldn't say iPhone users. I would say Apple users that regardless what Apple does, because if we really look at it in a deeper perspective, Apple is not improving as marginally as Samsung. That's my biggest thing always.
Yeah, like they just sell you the same stuff every year. Almost.
They have like it's like a console drop, bro.
It's like Madden.
Like with the consoles, bro. What the Xbox 360 was out for 10 years, right?
a while, yeah.
7 years, whatever it was. And we just kept saying, yeah, this is fine. Let's just stick it on, even though computers were so far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally 10 years later we get another product. Apple is kind of like that, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Every 5 or 10 years they come out with something, but regardless of what they do, every year you're buying the 12 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max,
Mm-hmm.
14 Pro Max, 15 Pro Max, and I'm also buying the new watch. I'm also buying a Mac. I know people who do this, who buy legit every single Apple product every single year, and
I know a lot of those people too.
it's just like
You know who you are, bro.
it's just if you did research on it, most people didn't know about VR until Apple made the product.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Like we work in an electronics department, like how
I
many
have a
people.
9 to 5, guys. It's a surprise too,
Yeah,
but
we'll get we're out.
yeah,
Soon.
one day
Someday.
we'll break out the Matrix, dog. Oh,
You okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay. But it's just these people who keep, like, there's a lot of other companies that this happens with. It even happens with Android every now and then. They like there were a good 2 or 3 years where they weren't making improvements. It just felt like the same phone over and over and over. But Apple, it feels like they're moving the camera over 4 millimeters, and they're like, here's a new phone.
And you're so good at selling this, which is crazy because you're just a natural like salesman. But if you could do me a favor, because I just dropped my phone. I really did just drop my phone. If you can you pull up the meme that I sent you? Well,
Yeah.
not the meme. It was the tweet. And if you can you read off what so this girl, guys, this girl's basically saying, like, if you have an Android, don't show a girl on your first date or whatever because it's embarrassing. And what we're gonna do is Sam's gonna read it off. This is a real life person. This is a real woman who's saying this. After, because Sam's selling me on this, right? Like, I want to buy an Android now. But Sam's gonna read it, and you go ahead, Sam. What did she say?
Okay, so we'll start off by, so the first part is, so there's like basically like a quote tweet. It's a picture that he's tweeting on top of. So the person said, "Fellas, is it unmasculine to have an iPhone?" Uh, but then this lady, she says, "Men, do yourself a favor. If you own an Android phone, wait at least 3 dates before using it in front of her. I can't even count on both my hands how many stories I've heard from women that curved the perfect man just because she had an Android phone."
Now you can't even,
It makes sense now, bro. This is why dating is so hard for me, bro.
because you
Dude, I
have a
have to
really good phone, but then girls, just the thought that it's not an iPhone. Now we can't get girlfriends. Now we can't get girls to want to date us because we have an now. I want to get an Android now. Now I might just double down because of what she said and a mix of what Sam said. I'm gonna double down now, and it's like, hey, you, whoever tweeted this, it's your fault. All right, it's your fault because there's already so many, like, when it comes to dating, there's already so many things like this, right? Like, you
The
can't do
ick.
this, you can't do this, you gotta be
Don't
this.
breathe. Like,
So it's like, hey, fellas, if you breathe, don't show the girl for the first 3 dates if you breathe.
hold your breath. Go to the bathroom to breathe.
Yeah, basically, you gotta pee in your pants because basically anything is an ick for a woman. And me and you were
If you
talking
go to
about
the
this yesterday.
bathroom on a date, like I saw that one. That was crazy, bro.
I feel like men though have less icks, right? Because you mentioned this yesterday. We were gonna talk about women and their icks. Men have less. Like, I'm willing to accept more, and maybe that's my fault, but I'm willing to put up with more. Like, if a woman had an Android and iPhone, I literally
I
don't care.
literally don't care one bit. Like I don't look at you and say, "Oh, he has an iPhone. We can't talk." I understand that there's like groups,
Yeah,
Everything has its groups. There are groups of people who own iPhones that, like, are these sheep that, like, if a big company tells them or a big celebrity goes tells them go and buy this product. If Logan Paul says, "Hey, buy my thing," it gives you're gonna get money back, and it's like Pokemon for whatever, they're gonna go and buy that. Those are the types
Logan
of
would tell people to get Jesus cryptocurrency.
dude, Jesus
Jesus
cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency.
Dude, that might be our first scam, bro, right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it would work because there's the Jesus crypto behind it.
And there would be at least a couple of those people
That would sell it.
that would buy it, so
The lists like this have been coming out a lot recently. It's like the whole
the TikToks with like 500x, and they have to scroll down
what you
for like
oh, if
40
you try to
seconds.
take me to the Cheesecake Factory, we can't. We're
Oh,
not
that
doing it.
video was crazy.
I can't take you to Applebee's now. Like
And
I gotta.
she's just acting like she's holier than thou, and she ain't even. I mean, she was all right, but
She was fine. She was okay, but not like the first date. I gotta take you to like.
and apparently he even had scheduled to go to this place, but she was late as well. She was like an hour late. He had reservations at some nice restaurant. If we're talking about the same person,
I think we are. Yeah.
but so he had reservations for this girl, and she was an hour late doing her makeup or God knows what. And then he takes her. He can't go to the reservation because it obviously was some expensive place that has a wait time. So it's just stupid, Like, well, we're at an unfair advantage if you're an hour late to our date. Like,
And she doesn't
like our plans just go down the whole 9 times out of 10. Like if I plan on taking you on a nice date, like if I want to take you to Bellevue or something like that.
That's at least an hour away, bro.
That's an hour away, and you're an hour late, and I'm probably trying to go against traffic, and you being late is probably causing us to hit traffic. So now we're 2 hours late.
And fellas, bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like these type of women, you gotta avoid, bro. I know people in your early 20s. These are the type of
They're
girls
bad.
you want.
They're bad.
But like now, you can't have Android phones. Like not only do you have to make enough money to support them, which is in our economy yeah, people are able to do that, but then like you're not able to be at home enough, which then they get mad that you're not able to spend time with them. Or what do you want, lady? Right? No, no Android phone. You can't have a job making certain much. You can't breathe. You got to be able to do this. It's like the list just keeps growing. So fellas, avoid these type of women at all cost.
Must mog me.
Right? And just now all of us as men, we should, because of her tweet, we should all get Android phones and force them to date Android users, bro. This is what as men as we should do. Like
They all have to deal with the green dots.
yeah, why not? Because at the end of the day,
I think that's a wonderful world. Green dots, bro, all around.
I guess we're judging people on if they have Androids or not, dog.
Dude, that'd be crazy, bro. That would be the craziest plot twist I've ever seen, bro.
Jesus has an Android, so I can't date nobody now. No, Jesus, because you have an Android.
Dude, I feel like Jesus would be in that percentage, bro.
Yeah, Jesus isn't an iPhone type of guy, bro.
Because, like, technically, there are more androids on the planet. It's really just like the West that
Western
really
culture, yeah.
dominates the iPhone world.
We got tricked, bro.
Because, like, Android, not Samsung but Android as a whole, because 90% of phones are Androids, bro. Like, but it's all in the East,
Yeah, not over here.
Yeah,
We got tricked, dog.
yeah, I agree.
But guys, do me and Sam a favor, right? Comment below if you have an Android, and if you have an iPhone, and we'll do a little poll, right? We'll do a little. And if you guys actually,
Dude, if you have an Android, I'll comment on here.
yeah, and if you're a woman who won't date a guy who
If
has
you're
an
a
Android,
woman with
tell us
an
why.
Android, hit me up.
Yeah, bro. Straight up, you're a good. Like, if you're a woman who won't date a guy because he has an Android,
Then
please
don't
tell
hit
us
me
why. Tell us why.
And don't hit me up.
Yeah, don't hit stand up. But yeah, to end the night, speaking of Super Bowl ads and trailers, the Deadpool 3 trailer, the teaser came out. And me and Sam, we talked about this earlier because, Disney's making it rated R. That was the first good sign from them, okay? Because I didn't think they were going to do it. But the thing with Deadpool is he breaks the fourth wall so much, you could have him make fun of that. Like, I didn't think Disney was gonna do a rated R Deadpool, right? And it's like funny, right? It's like the satire, the funny, the comedy. And in the trailer, my favorite part was the whole pegging part, bro.
Oh yeah.
When he said, like, "Hey, friendo," and I was gonna ask you, Sam. We talked about this earlier, but what do you think of Wolverine in his yellow suit, man?
Dude, I think it's just so fire, bro. Like, as you guys get to know me, I'm such a Marvel nerd. I'm such a Harry Potter nerd. Like, I love this shit. So that's why me and Andrew get along so well, as we both are into this type of shit. So,
I can't wait till we talk about Harry Potter, dog.
dude, that's gonna be crazy,
Harry
bro. I got
Potter's
some hot takes. We'll get into
Yeah,
them
we'll get into
someday.
that another
Just,
week. But Harry,
keep leaving comments. We'll get to it
yeah,
eventually.
because Harry Potter, me and you could probably spend a whole episode talking about how Harry Potter is like the worst best friend of all time. But
Oh yeah.
I'm actually excited because like, yeah, we need Hugh Jackman. Bring him back.
Dang, you're just dropping everything
Yeah, I'm
tonight.
dropping everything. Hugh Jackman. Bring him back. Bring him back. Yellow suit, bro. Yellow suit, dude.
Dude, I saw this bit, the little clapping bit,
Uh-huh.
the first time when I was watching through all your videos. I'm like, dude, that's fire, bro.
I loved it. Yeah, yeah. That was like
Seeing it live is even crazier, bro.
yellow suit. Let's go, dude. Deadpool and Ryan. That's good. There's nothing that like this movie might save the MCU for me, bro, because
It's on
it's
the line, bro.
yeah, it's on the line, and this movie like it has the potential to do some really good stuff for the MCU in its future. It looks really good. It looks like it's gonna be really funny. I mean, they really would have to drop the biggest ball of all time to make this movie bad. You don't make this movie bad.
Here's the thing that scares me. It's kind of like the same thing with the live action Avatar that's about to come out as well on
On
February,
Netflix.
I think on February 22nd, really,
Yeah.
really soon. But like, as you said, they have such an opportunity that if they let Ryan and Hugh Jackman be themselves and really take this however they want to take it, that would be the biggest win Marvel could have.
Yep.
And I really think that Marvel, I think most of these Marvel movies have been good, but Endgame and Infinity War were great. You know,
They were the top tier, dude.
the TV shows besides WandaVision and Loki and Captain America and Moon Knight, those were like the pillars of the Disney
That's
Plus.
crazy because I slept through Moon Knight, bro. I'm sorry, man.
I thought it was great because what's his name is
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, I love him. He's great.
Yeah, it was a snooze fest for me, but like I could
And I
see
love
why
that character. He's fucking
Yeah.
Batman, bro.
basically
That's
like
Batman,
the
bro.
Egyptian Batman.
Dude.
My
And
brother, my
I
brother.
was so lit at the thought of Kang Ramatat being in that, dude.
He should have been, man.
Dude, he kind of was, but they mentioned him but didn't show him.
Yeah, they were probably saving it for like a season 2. I could see that.
Well, then Kang came out. Like that's why I knew Kang was going to be the villain.
And isn't it kind of funny though? Because like Deadpool kind of calls him Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like he says that, like, oh, is that Hugh Jackman Wolverine?
Oh yeah.
So it's like
This is gonna be a crazy dude. I already have an idea what the plot line is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a rendition of Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. I
yeah,
think
like
it's
they're gonna touch on it a little bit. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be Deadpool saves the Marvel universe.
yeah,
bro.
and I can kind of see. Like, I haven't read really anything about the plot as far as I'm aware of, but I could kind of see them doing like Deadpool kills the Fox universe
Yeah, but
to get
saves
to
the Marvel.
Marvel universe. Yeah, I could kind of see him. They're gonna probably have a lot of cameos from the Fox X-Men, and it's gonna be great. But let's do it to where he kills off the Fox universe.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit of that, but it's also gonna just like they're gonna end up like at the end. It's gonna be like Deadpool.
I can
saved.
kind of see this movie probably being one of the top Marvel movies of all time, bro. I can see not
I think
maybe
it
not
has
Endgame,
to-
but
I don't know if it will be, bro. That I feel like the people I've talked to are just like they don't even care for the most part.
But do you
Like the
think it's
casual
because
fans. Like
do you
I'm a
think it's
hardcore
because the
fan.
Disney Plus shows kind of ruined it for them?
I think it's just too much, bro. People just Endgame was so epic as a performance, it's just hard to live up to.
It's 100, but you're 100% true. Endgame is so hard to
And people are
follow, man.
expecting more, bro. It happens to every series, every movie series, video game. You get Kingdom Hearts 2 and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous." It was better than Kingdom Hearts 1. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, if that, everyone hates it, it's like that's not as good as Kingdom Hearts 2.
Well,
Uh,
Endgame was always going to be a hard one to follow up on, man. It was
and
always going to be
Kang, like I feel like to follow up on a 10-year journey like that they had to just throw it all at the
have
wall.
their L phase.
Yeah, they needed to not have a big bad. They needed to have just develop stories and then just like let them live their lives for a while, let it breathe and figure out what you think the fans want.
And also the whole Jonathan Majors thing that happened probably
Oh,
kind of
that
soured
screwed
fans
them.
too. It
Screwed
soured the
them.
normies a lot, dude.
Cuz like people were kind of like I thought he was so good in Loki.
He was, bro. He was awesome in season 1 and 2. No, he wasn't in season 1.
He was.
Barely. He was barely in season 1. At the
He
end of
was
that,
in it enough though. Like he
yeah,
was so good in the parts he was in, and he felt like this dynamic villain, and I was like, yes. Thanos is great in the Marvel comic books. I wouldn't even have like if we're just talking the comic books, not the movies.
yeah,
Thanos probably isn't in my top 5 favorite villains, but in the movies,
yeah.
like
Movies.
how the fuck do you beat that?
Well, because in the comics,
Because
there's
he's a
so many. Like, because the movies at first, Marvel didn't have the rights to all their properties, right? So
right.
you couldn't do Galactus, you couldn't do Silver Surfer, you couldn't do a lot of the good ones. So now you have a chance, because Marvel has the rights back to a lot of those characters now. So you have a good chance.
But yeah, Kang was always my favorite like comic book villain.
Yeah, because the premise behind him in Secret Wars with
And he
Doctor
just
Doom.
always shows up. That's the thing I knew as soon as we saw him, it was just gonna be like every other movie.
Yeah,
We get to see this guy and he's not the biggest threat, but
he was a big enough threat.
he was a big enough threat and he could beat the Avengers. But then more Avengers would come.
Yeah, because from different universes.
It was all because he created such a dynasty of worlds he had hurt that people were always chasing after him while he was trying to escape or finish his plan. They were trying to always chase after Kang, or he was just showing up in these universes where people already knew about him. But
Yeah, you guys comment below if you've seen the Deadpool 3 trailer. What are you excited about? Are you guys excited to see Hugh Jackman back? He's clearly back. So, and do you think this movie will save some of the mistrust that us fans have with the MCU? Um,
please.
but yeah, that is tonight's episode. Thank you guys for joining me and Sam tonight. Again, like always, you can catch us on TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, and I said this last week, but go follow Sam on TikTok and Instagram, bro. TikTok mainly, but
And YouTube.
and YouTube, guys. Please, I'll put his stuff in the description. We're trying to build something really nice here. We're trying to have like a really good. This is gonna like this. I thought this podcast was big the last 4 years, but we're trying to like go super hard now. And it's not that I wasn't before, but when you have someone who's like minded like you, who like they see the vision. Hey, bro, white Jesus in the building, bro.
That's when we get dance.
Yeah, we made a brand. We literally had Jesus on this episode as a brand, guys. Like, there's no stopping us now.
Dude, who's stopping us?
We're the top dogs, dog. But that was episode 137. And until next time, guys.
Dude, I'll learn the numbers sometime.
Yo, well, I mean, I barely learned them, so. But
Y'all have a good one.
yeah, you too. Peace.